tuning in to Sheree's All Over the Place. I am your host, Sheree, and I am all over the place for you as we talk about you and I, as we talk about love, health, wealth, relationships, community, finances, anything and everything that we need to talk about to catapult us, that's right, you and I, to the next level. So let's get into it. Here we go again. Racial controversy. And at the center of this racial controversy are the royals. That's right. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry gave a bombshell interview with the Queen of America talk. Well, how would I say that better? America's Queen of Talk, Oprah Winfrey. They spilled the beans. And they said some very disheartening things. Meghan revealed that the royal family wanted to know what it would look like to have a mixed child. What would her baby look like? What would the complexion of the baby be? Would it be too dark? What color would it be? And she also said that she shared with them that she was having some suicidal thoughts and she was not able to get any help with that. So that's two very disheartening topics to deal with. So as you know, Meghan is mixed. Her mom is Black and her father is white. So Meghan is mixed and she has married Prince Harry. She has turned the royal family on their head since she's come on the scene. It's 2021 though, and we are still dealing with being judged by the color of our skin. 2021, and we're still dealing with that. So again, the British royal family allegedly wanted to know what would it look like to have a mixed race baby, Black offspring in the royal family. What would that look like? That's crazy, right? Why do they fear us? Why do they hate us? It just makes you keep coming back to that questions or those questions. And I've grappled with this ever since I was a child, just hearing about racism. I'm like, why do they hate us? And as a child, I would think we all got one head, two arms, two legs, two eyes, one nose, one mouth. It's all centrally located pretty much in the same location. We all come through life by way of a woman. Black men and women don't come through the world through any other way than everybody else comes through the world. So what is it that makes them hate us so much? We physically pretty much look the same. I think of it this way. If the two-brainers, the people that had two heads, thought that they were smarter, and the people that had four legs thought that they were faster, and the people that had four arms thought that they were more efficient and they were stronger, then I can kind of see that reasoning. Although it may not necessarily be true, but I can see why they would think that they were more superior because they have these different attributes that nobody else has. However, we live in a world where everyone pretty much has the same physical makeup. The only thing that separates us is our complexion, our height, our physical features, and that's all to be celebrated. However, nobody's killing anybody because they're too fat, too short, too skinny, too tall. They're killing people because of their complexion. They're being discriminatory because of their complexion. And having this complexion creates this unfair caste system that determines the quality of our life. And Isabel Wilkerson does a phenomenal job by laying out the caste system, how it was created, and how we are still grappling with that caste system to this day. And it puts us in certain social statuses that is kind of hard for us to get out of. But I'm an optimistic person and I think that we can do it, but we still have to know our history so that we don't repeat it. Now, I'm not surprised about the royals' ignorance about racism and just making a statement like that, because they're a very traditional group of people, and tradition perpetuates unfair practices. And in this instance, it perpetuates racism because that's what they're used to doing. Now I'm gonna bring it present day. Coming to America just came out on Amazon Prime. And I say kudos to Eddie Murphy. My hat goes off to you. But in Coming to America, Eddie Murphy was able to show in Coming to America 1 and 2 that tradition can stifle us. And sometimes tradition has to be broken so we can be true to ourselves, true to our heart, and just have some common sense sometimes. Because again, tradition perpetuates racism. It perpetuates unfair practices. It perpetuates a lot of things that if you really just thought about it, it's like, even though that's traditional, that's not right. And Eddie Murphy even did it again in Trading Places, well, even before Coming to America. In Trading Places, Eddie Murphy once again challenged the caste system. So he showed that given equal opportunity, anybody could succeed. So go back. For you millennials and Gen X people, go back and look at Trading Places. And he did a beautiful He beautifully displayed how given an opportunity, no matter what color you are, no matter what social class you're in, if you're given the same opportunities as others, you can win. So we have these movies that show the disparaging ways that African Americans are treated or lower class people are treated, but we still keep coming back to this. Even White Tiger is on Netflix. It's another show that sheds light on the caste system in India. So, we're not the only ones dealing with this. It's a problem and it has to be broken. So for me, if you know me, I'm into it with they. So they said, and they did, and they, and they throw their hands and throw rocks and has their hands. We don't know who they are. So I don't want to talk about what they should do and how they should do this or that. I want to talk about what you and I can do to help combat the racial divide that's in this country. What can I do? What can you do to move beyond the discriminatory ways that we have been treated? Now, sometimes we think that our contribution has to be some grandiose thing. Like I need to start a organization, a 501(c)(3). I need to do a soup line. All of those things are great. But if that's not your calling and then that's not what you're led to do because you don't know the steps to do that, that's fine. Even though you can learn those steps if you want, but if that's not your calling in this very moment, that's okay. I'm more focused on how we as Black people treat each other, how we uplift each other, how we love each other, how we support each other. And again, how do we do that? We get lost in the contribution. How can I contribute? I need to do this. I need to do that on such a high level. No, we're going to bring it down to the lowest level where it don't cost you anything to support each other. So it can be as simple as saying hello. The next time you walk past a Black person, say hello. Just speak. Saying hello to somebody you don't know, the frequency can just uplift their spirits. When somebody speaks to you, it's like, oh, hey, how you doing? It just brings you to another frequency. Be patient with each other. Now I'm talking some Black on Black. Blacks, we need to be patient with each other. We need to stop keeping it real so much. If somebody cuts you off in line or steps on your foot, steps on your gym shoes, whatever, we need to be patient. My bad, excuse me. And we need to accept that. That it shouldn't escalate into death. Another Black mother should not get the call that her child has been deleted from the earth. Like that's hard. So we shouldn't be having that happen anymore. We can once a week buy Black. Once a week, we can just support a Black business, especially your local Black businesses. People in your community, when you're driving through the neighborhood and you see a small clothing store or a restaurant or any kind of business, support it. Just go in there and buy something, even if it's $2, $3, $5, it doesn't matter. Let's just support each other. These are low-lying fruits of how we can just come back to being that village that we once were. And most importantly, we need to stop the violence against each other. Yeah, we need to see each other as being familiar faces. And when you see a familiar face, you really usually don't want to hurt a familiar face. Okay, so to me, what matters more than what the royal family thinks about us? what Bachelor Nation, I'm sure you're very aware of what's going on in Bachelor Nation, what's more important than what they think about us and what others think about us. What's more important to me is what matters more, rather, and what will drive change is what we think of ourselves, is what we think of each other, and most importantly, how we treat each other. So if you are not Black and you want to know what your call to action is and how you can help our movement, it's all the same things. Speak to us. Say hello. We'll say hello back. Be patient with us. Buy from us. Support us. And stop the violence against us. Those are the ways that we can all contribute to this. And to the royal family who wants to know what a biracial person in the royal family will look like, I challenge you to this. It may be reminiscent of Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz. Let me say that again. Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz. Queen Charlotte was married to the British King George III. 1761 through 1818, she had several children. And historians say that Queen Charlotte's ancestry goes back to the 13th century, where King Alonso III married a Moor. So there you have it. This is also depicted in Shonda Rhimes' adaptation of the highly acclaimed TV series on Netflix called Bridgerton. So now everybody's talking about history now, and it's a good thing that we learn this. So again, you don't repeat those bad things that happened and you educate yourself. It wasn't so bad. We survived it. In present day, to the royals, what a biracial child would look like in the royal family. Well, a biracial baby, it will look like a biracial child that will grow into an adult man mixed with British, white, and African-American ancestry and will be willing, ready, and able and competent to manage the estate of the kingdom given the opportunity. That's what it will look like. So thank you so much for tuning in to Sheree's All Over the Place. I am all over the place for you. There is work to be done. Until next time.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Three, two, one.